You guys, Jarek here, and welcome to another episode of the Best Trials Evolution maps. These are just the best maps I've seen in the highest rated category within the last week. So let's just go ahead and focus on just regular Trials Evolution maps, no specific theme this time. But let's just look at some of the coolest maps. Now this one, I remember this one being somewhat difficult, so I'm going to look through the leaderboard and select someone that had a good time. View track leaderboards. Let's choose the first guy here and view replay. Now this one has some really silly stuff in it, really cool stuff, and definitely a unique course. Something that's unique yet I don't really like is they require you, I can't speak today, they require you to use the right analog stick for pretty much all of these actions you're seeing going on right now. Anytime you see an arrow, you have to push that direction on the right analog stick. This one was actually pretty cool though, a little pinball-ish type thing. Actually, it's not really pinball, it's more of the, I cannot think of the name, something like Ricochet, more or less. That was cool. But in general, I just kind of wish it would do this shit on your own. Like here you have to swirl the analog stick around to break that open. And here you have to push right, then left. I mean, it's a cool concept, but I kind of just wish it would do it on its own. That way it would be, I don't know, a lot cooler. Or just simpler or more enjoyable. Which is why I'm watching the replay, not playing it myself. Don't feel like pissing myself off. But it is a cool, well done, so I will acknowledge this course. Like, this part's really, really cool. You have to push the bumpers, start up some fans. And this is probably one of the cooler things I've seen in Trials Evolution, that's for sure. You have to crush all the spiders before the giant spider ends up hitting you. And if the giant spider hits you, obviously you crash. Press B to restart, go to the last checkpoint. And there you go, keep going. Just in case you wanted to bring your arachnophobia into Trials Evolution. To be fair, though, I've never really been afraid of spiders or understood why people are afraid of spiders. And this is just the coolest thing ever. A duck that shoots missiles? Come on. People have a lot of free time and a lot of imagination. Insert SpongeBob reference here. I seriously cannot say that word without thinking of SpongeBob. And this is the one of the more silly things I have seen in Trials Evolution. And that was the very end of the course. So there's the replay. I let someone else do that for me. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next course that I think is worth pointing out. And this one's definitely worth pointing out. This is the first time I've seen it done. I'm surprised I haven't seen this done anytime sooner, to be honest. So yeah, someone managed to make a quad in Trials Evolution. And surprisingly enough, it works really, really well. I've never had the tires glitch through the quad, I've never had my body glitch through the quad. It's actually easier to use than the dirt bike, it's really balanced well. And I actually kind of prefer it. Like, this almost feels like something that they legitimately made in the game for this game, and not something someone made in the track editor. Which actually kind of surprises me that it's this well done. As far as real life goes, I will pretty much do anything that interests me. Like, if you can list an extreme sport, chances are I've already done it. I mean, two sports are sort of a given. Everyone in this city goes snowboarding constantly. It's part of our culture. Everyone plays basketball here because the Portland Trailblazers have been here since the 70s, and we're only pro team since 1970 up until the recent years where we got a soccer team, which is still kind of annoys me that we don't get a pro sport for years. I mean, the only pro sport we have is basketball, and then the next one we get is fucking soccer. Like, I'm not a fan of soccer in any way whatsoever. Before people in other countries start yelling at me for calling it soccer. I live in America. We call it soccer here. Deal with it. Whoa, shit. Lol, oops. Yeah, the only pro sports Portland has. What the fuck, tire? Get out of my way. The only pro sports we have. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? Move! I don't know how that worked. Alright, I think I might have broken the course a little bit. There we go. As I was trying to say before that happened, the only pro sports Portland has, like I mentioned, is basketball and soccer, and it still really annoys me that soccer would be the next pro sport. So that's irritating. But yeah, basketball is just Portland's culture, so is snowboarding. Other than that, you can list almost anything. I've done it. Whitewater rafting, I'm not a big fan. Or whitewater rafting is really fun. I've done that a lot. Windsurfing, I've tried it a decent amount and not really a big fan of it. I hate the wind. I did a lot of stuff in the dunes. Oh shit. Done a lot of stuff in the dunes down in Florence, Oregon. Dune buggies, sand rails. Ran in a circuit for trophy trucks, stadium trucks for a while. So yeah, really anything you can list, I've tried it and I enjoy sports a lot. And it's kind of amusing to see that, whoopsie, my face. It's kind of amusing to see the generational difference between my generation and my father's generation. My father's generation, like, if you list what they did as a kid, they're going to be telling you, well, we did a lot of sports. We were always out on the playground or always out the local basketball court playing sports. And coming up here is the last a little bit of the section where, oh, you fall into the saw company. My controller is vibrating like crazy. So let's go ahead and move on to the next course here. Super Catapult Pro. This is very short, but I feel it's worth it pointing this one out. But yeah, as I was saying, my father's generation, as a kid, what they did is they played sports all the time. That's their childhood memories. If you ask someone of my generation's childhood memories, they're going to tell you it's like, oh, it's me sitting as a kid playing Pokemon. So this is interesting. You got a catapult and then you get to bail out and see how far you can go. I think my distance, the longest I've gotten before was only about 2,000, so I've already broken it. Thud to bounce. Oh, you're going backwards. Come on, keep going forward. Good enough. Revert to last checkpoint. Woo, catapult. Urgh. I don't think I'm going to get as near as far as I got before, to be honest. Nah, definitely coming up a lot short. Alright, let's try that one. Try that one again. What the fuck? I have no idea what was going on. I wasn't pushing the right analog stick at all. Well, that was interesting. It's still doing it. There we go. I got it to stop. That was rather strange. Urgh. Hey, I think that strategy worked. Nah, I think I'm gonna end up landing exactly where it did before. Or on a tree. Nope, missed the tree. Flop around. Alright, enough of this course. You get the whole point of that course. Now this one is actually, it's interesting and I think it's worth pointing out, but it's somewhat difficult. Push the wrong button again. So I'm going to look on the leaderboards and watch a replay. Now, the interesting thing about this one is that you don't have an engine. So everything is downhill, and you just got to kind of run it perfectly and not crash. So yeah, no engine at all. You can't boost yourself. You can't help at all. It's just all about momentum and landing correctly. As I was saying earlier, though, and this guy makes it look a lot easier than it really is. He fails a few times. As I was saying earlier, though, like I mentioned, you know, you name someone of my generation's childhood memories, they're going to tell you it's something like playing Pokemon if they're a 90s kid, or playing Mario or Sonic if they're an 80s kid. And I remember Sonic a lot, and I'm a 90s kid, but I played my Game Gear all the time, Space Invaders, stuff like that. So I still have childhood memories of playing video games. But a lot of my childhood memories are, you know, playing Little League and playing basketball in middle school and stuff like that. But a lot of other people in my age don't have those childhood memories, and it's almost like people will scoff at you if you mention you played sports. Almost like, what do you think, you're better than me because you played sports? Like, maybe I just like actually doing something that's not right in front of a computer. And there's the end of that course. No engine. Interesting. I thought it was just worth it pointing it out, and let's move on. But yeah, I love it when people look at me that way. Almost will judge you for playing sports. Like, I apologize that I do something physical and like to be active and in shape. It's really interesting how times have changed, I guess. And now I'm talking like I'm fucking a million years old. Anyway, moving on to the course. This one is called Conflict, and this one is actually... Whoops, I thought there was a jump there. And this one is interesting for all the background and gimmicky stuff, but as a course, I gotta be honest, this course is almost shitty. Because it has a lot of things in here that are kind of aggravating, annoying, and frustrating. Including one spot where you have no idea what you're supposed to do. And I'm just plain failing here. Alright, back up. This is an easy jump. Nope, it's not. Yeah, this part is, it's not as difficult as some of the other ones, it's just kind of tricky. And I'm failing miserable at it. There we go. Whoa, go back. There we go, got a checkpoint. Good thing I just got a checkpoint. Ouch. Landmine. But yeah, look at all the shit going on in the background on this map. Like, this guy must have had a lot of time to build this map. Oh, it didn't hit the mine that time and got a checkpoint. Yeah, this guy must have had so much free time on his hands to build this. Just a note to the guy that made this map. The next time you make a map, make sure the actual course itself isn't shit and you don't add something like this in. Like here, I got to stop and push a button. Like that. And you know, it took me so long to figure that out. Like, cryptic stuff, putting that into maps is just plain stupid. Like, don't do it. Oh, and then you got this pile of shit jump right here. Shit. Ew, back up. No, not that far back. God damn it. There we go. Checkpoint. Hey, got a gold medal. But it's just all the extra shit in the background. I thought it was definitely worth an upload because of how much time and effort this must have taken to put this sort of thing into a background of a map. It's only a shame that the actual map track itself is sort of a piece of shit. And this one could definitely have been done a lot better, to be completely honest. It has a good concept, so I'll go ahead and add it into this video, but it not done the best. Like, this is basically a skin for the bike. Right trigger shoots, which is pretty cool. Ah, come on. That was totally not a crash. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes you crash, sometimes you don't. This can actually flip over, which is really dumb. And there's not much course really to it. I mean, you can pretty much just go forward. You don't really have to worry about much. The rope could have been done a lot better. But you know, I could talk about that for really any map. It just has a really cool idea behind it. This should be fairly obvious. If you don't recognize what this is already, then you probably should just go kill yourself. Oh, and there's also a big lag for a second here when you hit the checkpoint. Well, that was annoying. And that's what I'm talking about. You can flip over and crash. Also, by that being annoying, that was the very end of the map right there. Apparently, it made me crash as the map was done. Like that. Like, what the fuck? No, not supposed to be crashing there. That's supposed to be the very end of the course. So yeah, there's the finish line. I already got a gold medal on this one before. So to the person that made this really cool concept, added that in because of that, but make your map not a piece of shit next time, because it could use a little bit of help. Now this one is something that a lot of you might have already seen on Rooster Teeth. And I'm going to go ahead and watch the top player here. Now this run is actually a lot harder than the way it looks. This guy is probably going to make it look a lot easier than what it really is. But this should look very familiar to you immediately. What it's supposed to be, the red ramps, the white buildings, everything going on. Obviously it's supposed to be Mirror's Edge. So cool on them that they already got this done. Wanted to go ahead and watch the replay to get a good clean run, because this would have taken me a lot longer than it's taking this guy. And I already knew what the course was, so I didn't really have any motivation to actually play it myself, because I knew how difficult it was. Nonetheless, still a really cool concept to make Mirror's Edge. And Mirror's Edge, I'm really surprised they have not made a Mirror's Edge 2. Because it sold somewhat well, and of course it wasn't a perfect game. It was an interesting game, and you know, I played it, I beat it, I kind of liked it. Certain parts of it I didn't like so much. It was a love it or hate it game. You know, it definitely is worth making another one. I'm sure the second one would be better than the first one. It was the first original, different idea I've seen in a very long time when it comes to games. I mean, everything else was just copy-paste, the same shooter style over and over and over again. And apparently, Faith dies in some gas chamber. Yeah, other games are the same thing over and over and over again. This is the first one that really did something different. Alright, so let's move on to Moonrider. It's a pretty cool way to start the map. Definitely interesting. And this took me a while to figure out. You have to actually let go of the gas, or you will not have enough height to get on top of this ramp up here. If you hold down the gas, you will always come up short, which is definitely interesting. And this whole map is pretty trippy, especially this spot. And this is the main reason I am uploading this. You actually get the ride on the moon, which, you know, correctly titled, the name of the map is Moonrider. And no, I don't have a purple bike. That is just an effect on the map. Dude, who do you think I am, pussy? Not enough loops. Need more. Your body goes flying all the way backward. So, that one's definitely pretty cool. Has some trippy moments in it. Felt like pointing it out and showing it to you guys. Move on to the next course. This one right here can go ahead and fuck itself. It's named Dragon's Lair. Doesn't actually have any dragons in it. And the whole map is somewhat frustrating and stupid. So let's move on to UC Skate Park. So this is not necessarily the most innovative idea. You take a skate park, you put it into Trials Evolution. You get instant profit out of it. But you know, I did BMX back in the day. I did a lot of dirt biking as well. And you know, I see something that's named skate park, and it's going to draw my interest. So why not try the skate park map? Major fail on the high jump. Whatever, close enough. Never seen a skate park before that has cars in it. At least not cars lined up like that anyway. Ah, I had no fails until that. The fuck you, railing? There we go. Hey, I still got the gold medal, so whatever, it's cool. And if I remember correctly, I only have one more to go. Let me double check real quick. Yep, just one more to go, and it's called Just a Trip, and you can already probably have a rough idea of what this map actually is. You can only use the 450. A few seconds into the course and you can already see what it's supposed to be. There's two dragons breathing fire at each other in the background. There's filters with shit flying everywhere. Oh, I got this. Haven't crashed yet. This map is actually very lenient on like how you can crash. You can pretty much be standing on your face and not fall off your bike. Whoop. Just like that. What is going on? Whatever, I'm still going. And this will actually slow your frame rate down on your 360. Like, there is so much going on that it'll just slow everything down. I would guess I'm only running, I don't know, maybe 15 frames a second. At times, it slows down that badly because there's just so much shit happening. Like right here specifically, I'm slowing down pretty bad. Whoops. Wee. I love how lenient this course is on how you can crash. I can just do front flips all day long and keep going. Although it almost needs to be that way with how slow the frame rate can drop to. Whoosh. That's the sound that made if you didn't get that. Damn it. There you go, made it this time. Oh, fire coming out of my ass. Whoa, now. Fuck you, piano. Wow, can I drive on this? Sweet, I can like drive on top of this, whatever the fuck this blood water is. Rah! No, I can't. I'm gonna keep going. So right here is a great spot to tell how much he's done on this map and how much is actually going on. That's why it slows the frame rate down on the 360. It might not slow down my computer, but on the 360, holy shit, it cannot handle what's going on. So there you go. There's been this week's best tracks on Trials Evolution. This video is going pretty long, but hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next episode.